The following is a presentation of KSL Sports. First and 12. A total roundup of BYU and Utah football and the expanded Big 12 Conference. Brought to you by Macy's Grocery Stores. Your hosts are Mitch Harper and Alex Kirry on KSL News Radio and the KSL Sports Zone.
All right, everybody, welcome back. First and 12, Alex Kirry, Mitch Harper. Oh, my goodness. It's the time of the week where we have to get in and figure out what these power rankings are. This league has not been kind to our power rankings, Mitch, this season. I will say, I feel like, well, you know what? Let's just do this. Let's just get right into it. We got to get to the power rankings, make sure we kind of see where these teams stack up. Don't shoot the messengers here. We're just trying to put together a power poll every week. No problem in the weirdest conference in all of college football. Let's get to the power rankings.
The Big 12 Power Rankings, a weekly rank of all 16 programs, from the elite to the bottom dwellers.
You know, Alex, we've had a lot of continuity at the top of our power rankings. I know a lot of other outlets have, shuffled the deck a lot at number one, but we stayed pretty consistent with BYU after they jumped out to that 5-0 start. We've had them at number one every single week since.
Yeah.
But this week, it changes.
Colorado gets the nod at number one, and why not? They're hot right now. They're so hot right now. I feel like we should, when we do these power rankings, it should be the old like the old Benny Hill music, the old yakety sax. That's what this feels like whenever we do these power rankings. Just freaking all over the place, man. Colorado.
How about hot to go?
We could do hot to go.
H-O-T-T-O-G-O. Coach Prime is going to.
Oh my goodness, Colorado's number one. I can't fault it. I was trying to find fault in it, but we'll just go. We're just going to be like the media shills across the country. We're like, Colorado, man. I've never seen anything. We coming. Arizona State, number two. I don't hate this pick either, Mitch, because when you talk about teams that have momentum right now, I don't know if there's anybody better. I mean, Colorado's right there, but Arizona State absolutely shocked me yesterday with how physical they were with a team who's known for their physicality at their place, beating Kansas State. They were up 24-0 before Kansas State even scored. And Arizona State, Kenny Dillingham, my goodness, they've earned that second spot in the power rankings this week.
That they have. And BYU falls from number one to number three. And I think a big reason for that is just how they're playing offensively in the month of November. And that offense is struggling right now. But the defense continues to perform well. And BYU's defense this month, against Utah, outside of that second quarter, they were pretty lights out. I thought they were really good against Kansas, too. So, they just got to get things right offensively. And I think BYU can bounce back. I do, because they're still relatively healthy. They came out of that Kansas game, for the most part, pretty healthy. Crew Wakely got banged up on the defensive side. But still, I think BYU's personnel should be in a good place. Jake Retzlaff kind of got banged up on his left shoulder, it looked like, at the end of the second quarter. But BYU checks in at number three. And right below them, a team that had a nice bounce back, Iowa State. They were on a two-game losing streak. The Cyclones get a nice win this week over Cincinnati, and they settle in at number four.
How about Baylor showing up at number five? This might be the first time they've been in the top five in the power rankings ever since we started this thing up, because they were bad last year. They've just started to turn that corner, and Dave Aranda and his guys have they've righted the ship a little bit, Mitch.
They sure have, and that offense is explosive. It's one of the best in college football at the moment. And number six, Kansas State, and this highlights the depth in the league. And I do believe Kansas State's a good team, but they're not really good. And I think the lack of star power coming into the year outside of Avery Johnson, no one on this team was a preseason All Big 12 pick. I think it's kind of showing up where you just don't have those like bona fide stars week after week emerging. DJ Giddens is good. Avery Johnson's good. Who are the key guys on defense, though? I just think that, Kansas State's solid, but they're not elite in any regard, any position group in this league. And I think that's why, they're a team that has 3 losses heading into the final stretch.
Texas Tech comes in at number 9. They were idle this week. West Virginia, 5-5 on the season. They were winning all these conference games. They only had 2 losses going into last night, but they lose at home against that Baylor team and gave up 49 points in the process. UCF also idle this week. Or no, they played. No, they didn't play this week.
We got Kansas at 8 after TCU. Who
that's
took
right.
down
Sorry.
BYU, and then
skipped,
number 9 Texas Tech, and then West Virginia.
There you go. Then West Virginia. Then UCF at 11. Cincinnati. It's not a free fall, but again, it's just a team that has not really been able to jump off the page at you. And Cincinnati's going to probably go to a bowl, but my goodness, they're finding every effort not to, it seems like at this point. Arizona climbs to 13 in this one, Mitch, and they kind of look like the guys that we thought they were going to be for a lot of the year, and they blew the doors off of Houston, and Ted McMillan and Noah Fafita finding each other, and that one, that's a good connection there, but they just haven't been able to get it going this year, but Arizona back on track a little bit, at least this week.
Important win because they were coming off a bye, and Brent Brennan made it clear that they were going to make some changes with how they operated, and clearly those changes inside that building worked, at least for 1 week, against Houston. And Houston, speaking of them, they fall to number 14. And then below them, number 15, Utah, in the second-to-last spot in the Big 12 power rankings, then a dead last at 0-7 in league play. It's the Oklahoma State Cowboys. So that's your Week 12 Big 12 power rankings. And I think Cougar fans probably feeling like, hey, we should still be near the top, but after a loss to a 3-6 football team, now 4-6.
Oh,
you got to take a step back.
Yeah, this is not league standings. I mean, obviously it's going to be very different, but from a week-to-week basis, we're like the college football playoff committee, Mitch. We just start fresh every week, and our biases are not there. And every once in a while you catch them a southern accent. Yeah, there's a reason we're going to put 7 teams from the SEC in. Don't worry about it. Mind your own business. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. When we return, we've got our final segment of the week. We're going to roll out what the schedule looks like in the Big 12 when Utah and BYU are both going to play, and what the schedule looks like across the entire conference. So stay right here with us. Our program brought to you by Macy's. Happy shopping. Thanks for being with us on the program. Mitch Harper, Alex Kirry. Stay with us.